In a stunning twist of events, it seems like the Republican Party is doubling down on their allegiance to Donald Trump, despite his uncertain path to securing the presidential nomination. Trump's recent victory in the New Hampshire primary has prompted the Republican National Committee to throw their weight behind him, with RNC Chairwoman Ronna McDaniel emphasizing the need for unity around Trump's candidacy. Prominent Republicans like Senator John Cornyn are also rallying behind Trump, arguing that he represents the best chance for the party to defeat Joe Biden in the upcoming election. However, Governor Ron DeSantis of Florida, who initially joined the race for president but later dropped out to endorse Trump, has raised valid concerns about Trump's appeal. DeSantis points out that even lifelong conservatives are expressing reservations about voting for Trump again, citing an overall enthusiasm problem and a segment of disenchanted voters. DeSantis's observations hit the mark, and the former president's victory in New Hampshire is not as solid as it may seem. Trump may have dominated among Republicans, but he faltered among independents, moderates, and educated voters. These groups, crucial in determining the outcome of the November election, showed a clear preference for someone other than Trump. Further signs of trouble for Trump are evident in the fact that a significant percentage of New Hampshire Republican primary voters would be dissatisfied if he were to secure the nomination, and a substantial portion believes he would be unfit for the presidency if convicted of a crime. Critics may dismiss these concerns as the result of open primaries where Democratic and independent voters can participate, but the majority of voters in this primary were registered Republicans with a history of participating in Republican primaries. They were not radical liberals or die-hard resistance Democrats, but rather swing voters who could sway the election in New Hampshire and beyond. In essence, Trump is running as an incumbent, and the New Hampshire results reveal that compared to a typical incumbent president seeking re-election, he appears weak. Although it's not a direct comparison, it's worth noting the 1992 Republican primary when George H.W. Bush, the incumbent, won but faced significant challenges from Pat Buchanan. Buchanan's strong showing exposed Bush's weakness within the party, foreshadowing the rise of Trump and Trumpism. While Trump may excel with the most conservative Republicans, he could find himself on the wrong side of the party divide in a general election, especially if Nikki Haley remains in the race and continues to attract independents and moderate Republicans. Unlike Bush in 1992, President Biden benefits from a stronger economy, but he also grapples with a divided party and dissatisfaction among the youngest voters. As Biden enters campaign mode, he faces significant challenges, but it's important to remember that Trump is in an even worse position. He's entangled in legal troubles, facing criminal charges, and consumed by anger and resentment. Trump has made no efforts to broaden his coalition since the previous election. In an election campaign, popularity is not the only factor. One simply needs to be more popular than the opponent. At this stage, it's uncertain who will clear that hurdle. However, what is clear is that Democrats may be taking a risk by nominating Joe Biden for a second term. But Republicans are taking an even greater risk by nominating Donald Trump for a third time.